Hi, how's it going, everybody? My name is Claiborne Washington, and we are on our second assignment. I chose to do my TED analysis on TEDx speaker David R. Rowe, and his talk was Lessons from Death Row Inmates. And the main point or thesis of his speech was how can we stop the problem before it becomes an emergency? I believe that David Rowe did a good job capturing the attention of the audience by telling the story of his client Will, who is now a Texas State death row inmate. And I believe that the speaker maintained engagement with the audience throughout the presentation by presenting visual slides of proceedings of a death penalty case and statistics of inmates on death row. Um, Out of the following 10 TED commandments, I believe that David R. Rowe best followed TED commandment number 4, which is thou shalt tell a story. Um, he quoted Dwight Eisenhower in his speech saying, well, first he was talking about a math problem. He said, most of us solve a math problem, a difficult math problem, by picking it apart. And then he quoted Dwight Eisenhower. He said, the best way to solve a problem is by making the problem bigger. And so he painted a bigger picture of what happens before the murder, what happened before Will committed that heinous crime, when he was in the juvenile justice system and when he was in middle school and when he was in kindergarten, early childhood and prenatal infancy. And, when Will was 5 years old, his mother tried to kill him with a butcher knife. And, he had to get away. And when he was taken away, uh, he went from home to home, eventually end up joining a gang, and eventually end up creating a different number of crimes. Uh, David Rowe follows Nancy Dorte's sparkline structure by, starting off with his family and then going into the story of Will's life, and then he'll go back to the justice system, and then he'll go back to the nature of Will's crime, and then he talks about how we can fix this problem, this ongoing problem. And um, David Rowe's star moment in his TED Talk was when he presented new ways to uh, nudge economically and disadvantaged kids off the wrong path. And that was by, noticing these things from the moment that a death penalty case takes place. You only have four opportunities to save that individual's life. Whereas David Rowe, in his presentation, he showed that if we notice everything from prenatal infancy, early childhood, elementary, middle school, early juvenile system, and then even after all of that, if he does still commit a murder, then you have those those procedures, but that gives us 9 opportunities to save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? And we could save somebody else, another individual's life, the person that was murdered, if we can notice all of these things before it gets out of hand. Better schools and better schools for those that are in the justice system. Um, I believe that David Rowe, as a speaker, what he did very wisely is he did maintain engagement with the audience by presenting those visual slides and statistics, and giving us a controversial story and interesting story. Um, what will I remember to do in my upcoming persuasive presentation, based upon the TED Talk that I watched, is the timing. His timing was exactly on 18 minutes, and he told an interesting story, what was real and what it could be, and you know how we can all work together to paint that picture. Thank you.